Bishop and Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys were amazing today as well. Today's response was more overwhelming. Last time my peak concurrence for 52, it was 57. More people turned up, and I was really glad my regular subscribers turned up and they asked a lot of questions. I think Sinan Demirovsky, there's this guy who's been commenting. I missed him. I wish he was here. I wish he commented, and probably I would have, he had some queries. He had some beautiful insights that he comments and lets me know. If he is hearing this, I missed you today. Do make sure that you could make it into the next live session. Probably we'll have it towards the weekend. I'll definitely announce it in some coming days, but only after a poll. And thank you so much for Gaurang Singh for putting me in a spot of bother. I still haven't found out a perfect a guy who's not linked with Arsenal. Well, it's true. I think Arsenal are linked with almost everyone. It's difficult to find somebody that Arsenal are not linked to. But not only this, also we're also going to talk about in this video about how beautiful you guys were today in the stream, especially Ankit Kumar. Thank you so much for the super chat. But let's get back into the business, because more news we've got here. The initial bids, according to certain reports, initial bids have already been received for Matteo Guendouzi, and these bids are coming from Madrid, Barcelona. Enquiries have been made by Juventus, Olympique Lyon, Man City, Napoli, and interest from Paris Saint-Germain, Inter, and Bayern Munich have also been registered. But it looks like his final destination could be Madrid. Zidane is a huge fan and will be able to handle his attitude, but it could be. But the initial bids that came for Matteo Guendouzi, well, they are in high 20s and low 30s, and Arsenal are looking to get exactly 35 to 40 or probably 45 million pounds for Matteo Guendouzi, and that's why they're actually holding out with the player. Well, it was a good news here, because Istanbul Başakşehir, it was a team founded in 1990, have just won the Turkish league for the first time and will play in the Champions League next season. Mesut Ozil have been heavily linked with them in the past few weeks. Well, Arsenal will explore ways to give Santi Cazorla one last run at the Emirates Stadium, though it's a bit complicated, particularly as he has expressed a desire to pull on the red shirt again, but hopefully that is not happening soon, because he has signed for Al Sadd, Xavi's side already, the Qatari side, yes. Well, Felipe Coutinho has actually somewhere, he put this in his Instagram stories, that coming back, oh my god, he's heading back to Premier League. Well, that is how these kind of players tease with their Instagram stories, don't they? Well, talking about more things, somebody asked Fabrizio Romano on Twitter about Thomas Partey. They asked, Partey news boss. Fabrizio said still in talks with Atleti about his contract. Arsenal are waiting for his decision. And somebody asked Upamecano and Malang Sarr to Arsenal, any chance? No updates about Upamecano, mate, and Malang Sarr is in talks with Bundesliga or Serie A clubs. And somebody asked, what is the situation about Guendouzi? And Fabrizio says Arsenal are offering him to many clubs to find a good swap deal. Let's see. Transfer market has just started. So probably quite consistent with what news I have given you. So it's pretty much clear that we are on track. So you will be completely updated on this channel. So please subscribe if you still haven't. I believe this is one of the best channels where you get everything. And I try to improve upon to get all the best elite content to all the elite gooners in the world. Wherever you are, please connect. If you still haven't subscribed, do subscribe to this channel. Well, Mikel Arteta has opened up on beating Man City. He says, for me, it's a huge win, because our obligation with this club is to fight for silverware, to be with the top teams. We have reached the final. I put that pressure on myself. To be the best team in the country is great. From now, we have a challenge after a beautiful week winning against the best two teams in Europe. How do we react? Do we back off, or do we go again? And are we ready to against Aston Villa? And talking about on improving his defense, Mikel says a lot of talking to them, showing them images, doing individual work, and then it's up to them. They're so willing. They want to ask questions. They want to do more and more. And when that happens, normally, slowly, you keep improving. And talking about David Luiz, Mikel Arteta says after that game against Man City, he didn't have to do that, and it was unfreaking believable. What he needs is that we trust him and we don't doubt what he can do. The best way to do that is to make him play, and he can take that. And talking about Ainsley Maitland-Niles playing well, Arteta says absolutely, and I was sure about that with the way he's training, the way he's changed his mentality and his mindset. He has everything. He has great qualities. I believe in him. I had to give him opportunities, and he took it with both arms. Thank you so much, Ainsley, for playing superb, unfreaking believable. And talking about the history, he says, I don't think we should bring players that need a lot of convincing. The feeling I get when I talk to a lot of people is that the players still want to come to the club because of the history. And a reporter asked, Pep Guardiola, he asked, Arteta clearly learned well during his time here at Man City. Pep said, maybe we learned from him. And talking about Arteta, Guardiola said he has a strong work ethic. He sees what happens. He has the mentality. Maybe we learn from him in this defeat. I don't know. And Tony Adams says, if I speak to Tenny, I'll tell him just keep kicking them in training and teaching them the way because it's working for them. We got into the final of the FA Cup. Tony Adams was buzzing and he went on saying, I think you train as you play. Steve Bold was at the club at the time with Martin Keown and we kept people like Dennis Bergkamp on their toes. We kind of improved them by testing them. If we didn't test them in training, they might have not have got to the level they got to. That's the legend speaking for himself. Unbelievable. Joe Willock has opened up about Aubameyang. He says, obviously everyone knows he's an amazing guy. Not only is he our captain, he's a massive player for us. I don't really know what's going on with his contract, but I love that to play with him. Hopefully he'll stay and I can learn from him even more. Well, Arsenal have already requested an extension to Dani Ceballos. More on it, keep watching the video. Fabrizio Romano has spoken about Aubameyang's contract situation. He says he's considering it with his family and agents since December. Wow, isn't it? But let's talk about more things. Well, Denis Ceballos is reportedly ready to ask Real Madrid president Florentino Perez to extend his loan deal at Arsenal. The 23-year-old had really a very good season. He had the standout performance to help Arsenal beat Man City 2-0 at Wembley. And after helping the Gunners, well, Mikel Arteta wants to retain the loanee services. Will that extend? Keep watching this space. Well, 3 times. Yes, Arsenal and Chelsea will meet in the Emirates Cup final for a third time, with Arsenal winning each of the previous 2 in 2002 and 2017. Will it be a hat-trick? Well, we just have to wait and see. Finally, some good words by Tony Adams for David Luiz after his masterclass against City. He says, I've got to say David Luiz was absolutely phenomenal. I've been very critical of him recently, and I think a lot of people have. Give credit where credit's due. He had the bit between his teeth. I'm thinking maybe no crowd have helped him, because in recent weeks I think the Arsenal crowd would have been on his back, and I don't know how he would have reacted to that. That is also there. Well, Joe Hart looks unlikely to replace Fraser Forster at at Celtic. Well, they both are linked with Arsenal, and that's the whole reason why I'm actually telling you guys about it. But talking about it, Mark Lawrenson has opened up about that Arsenal are wanting to sign Kalidou Koulibaly, and it is ridiculous. He says they are really good going forward, but at the back they are hopeless. Where do you get them? They are not around the Koulibaly thing. They're saying that they're talking about Koulibaly for £90 million and he's 29. It's ridiculous. He believes that Koulibaly is definitely overpriced for his age, and I think the talent is too much with Koulibaly. He did a very good clearance again yesterday. So I think, yes, I think Koulibaly is really overpriced at £90 million. Jose Mourinho has claimed Arsenal's victory over Man City puts more pressure on his Tottenham side. He says they did very well yesterday and deserve to be in the final. They have one match to lose or to win. If they win, they are in Europe. I think it's puts more pressure in this group of where we are, because there is a 50% possibility they win the cup. Chelsea star Willian has given an update on his future amid interest from the likes of United and Arsenal. He says, no, not for the time being. Chelsea aren't jealous. They didn't say anything. At least they showed no jealousy. They're letting go. Just kidding. I already had a conversation with the club a few months ago, even before the break. Well, it is very likely that even before the game with Vitoria de Setúbal, scheduled for Tuesday, Arsenal's proposal for Joelson Fernandes will arrive at Sporting, with Barcelona and Juventus hovering. Arsenal don't want to take any risks and want to close the deal quickly. Arsenal haven't forgotten the indecision that resulted in the failures of Cristiano Ronaldo's acquisition in 2003, which would then end up at Manchester United, and more recently Bruno Fernandes, which became the objective of Londoners and ended up being signing for Manchester United. And this time Arsenal seems committed to correcting these errors and indecisions. The process is being led by businessman Kia Joorabchian and accompanied by his player's father, Mango. Dani Ceballos says, I felt very comfortable at the club from the beginning. The fans accepted me very well. and my teammates made everything easy for me. I don't regret my decision to come to Arsenal in any way. I have to be calm, I have to return to Real Madrid, and they have to make a decision because I have a contract there for the next 3 years. Once I know their decisions, I will down with my family and the people close to me and see what's best for me next year. But the truth is, I'm very happy at Arsenal. It's a club in which I already have a year of experience, so it would be very easy to return. I wouldn't have to adapt to a new league or new club with a different manager and players. Unfreaking believable. Joe Willock also said, I've been at Arsenal more than I have been at home. It's crazy to feel that I have been so blessed to be at such a massive club for all my life. Well, let us give you a very quick update about the injuries. Well, the people who are available for the Aston Villa game. Well, Scott Mustafi, right hamstring sustained during Emirates FA Cup semi-final on Saturday, currently being assessed, but he will not be available for Aston Villa. So I expect Rob Holding to start, or probably Socrates. Let's see. Brad Leno is now participating in outside running and ball drills. So he could be available for the final, but that is the time will tell. Well, Eddie Nketiah is available for selection since his red card against Leicester City at home. Cedric Soares is available for selection because he was cup tied, so he couldn't feature in the game. But right now, with his long-term injuries, he's not having much issues. But Cedric Soares is available for selection. Talking about the long-term injuries, Callum Chambers, he's quite aiming to be back to full training as soon as possible at this calendar year. Pablo Mari will return to the UK later in July to resume his rehabilitation at a training centre throughout the new close season with the aim of returning to full training in September. Gabriel Martinelli, well, he'll continue to his recovery throughout the now close season period with the aim of return to full training by the end of the calendar year. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes to this platform every single day, twice. So sit back, relax and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers. And if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. We come live. We keep this channel very lively with all the subscribers. So guys, subscribe if you haven't.